Make sure my shit's going good. Testing. You ready?
Testing.
Testing. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the HopStop podcast. Episode number 9. My name is Thomas. Cameraman Sam over here.
What's up?
You already know, no introduction needed. Let's get right into this one. So for today's episode, like I said, episode 9, we got a special one, honestly. Happy Father's Day, first off. Father's Day today. Thank you, my man. Happy Father's Day
to everyone.
Exactly. Jinx, you owe me a drink, so perfect. So for Happy Father's Day, for Father's Day, not Happy Father's Day, for Father's Day, we're going to do a special drink, and it's called, actually, the Vasectomy. Oh, have you heard of it? Or actually, I sent you
I did, or you sent me the video, yeah, and I think I watched it.
So if you guys
I never heard of it before this.
Okay, so this is the first time hearing it before this. If you guys haven't heard of it before, it's Ryan Reynolds' special drink. What's different about this one is it's going to be a DeadPool, DeadPool version of the vasectomy. Add a little bit of cranberry juice to it in celebration of his new movie that's coming out too next July. So a little bit of Father's Day and promotion for his movie. It looked super good, so I was like, fuck it, why not? And it's Father's Day, so let's fucking get into it. Looks good. At the end of the day, just to kind of unsugar-coat it, I guess. It's just a gin and tonic. Have you ever had a gin and tonic?
No.
Okay. Me neither. So first time having a gin and tonic. First thing, let's get this ice going. So we're gonna.
I'm intrigued. Oh, his chain is crazy.
I know. Watching the Benavides fight, but I wanted to get into
just a highlight of it real quick.
Yeah, because that was a good fight. But I did want to get into a new topic for the episode, and it's gonna be just called Quick Topics. So we're just gonna go through a couple of topics and kind of just go through them pretty quickly and see what we think of them. So, kind of the first one, Tom Brady's retirement of his jersey. I mean, about time, sooner or later, right? I mean, one of the greatest of our time. A little bit of Ryan Reynolds gin, by the way. First ingredient after the ice.
Definitely well deserved though for his. I mean, well, like retirement. Obviously, he's retired, but I think like he deserves the recognition of it. You know what I mean? Like.
He really does. He's one of the greatest of our generation, for sure. How many times did he beat your Steelers in the playoffs?
Hey. Not that many times.
How many times did he son Peyton Manning in the playoffs, right? Colts and Broncos.
Fuck. Just let me do this over here.
Yeah, no, you're good. Spray the couch, dude. That'd be terrible. Not the couch, bro. Have some respect. Alright, so, like I said, the gin first. Then get a little bit of the tonic. Betty Buzz. So the funny thing about this too is this is Ryan Reynolds' gin, like I said, and then this is his wife's tonic.
Oh,
so
really?
Gin and tonic. Yeah.
It's his wife's?
Yeah, his wife
really?
has a tonic brand, and this is it.
That's crazy. That's some couple goals right there.
Yeah, that's just a little backstory to it. Oh, here's the ice, my good sir. Yeah, absolutely. Put that tonic in there. First, a little story too. When I was going to get this shit, I was at Total Wine. The guy over there, I went to him and I was like, is tonic the same thing as tonic water? Like, am I looking for the same thing? The guy was like, no, they're two different things. So, dude, I was in the aisle for like 20 minutes looking for tonic, not tonic water. I was like, bro, I can't find the tonic.
Isn't tonic, like, by itself pretty toxic? Can you drink that by itself?
I don't know, but I swear, I don't know. I just was like, I swear it's not gin and just tonic. Or just tonic water. I think it's just tonic. And the last part to it, guys, would be the cranberry juice. Just a little, or damn, just a good amount of it.
Fuck it.
Of the did you put some of the tonic water?
No, this is all gin.
Oh, God. That's good, though. Oh, and then one last thing, actually. We forgot the last ingredient. Can't forget it. The lemon juice.
It's a full drink, so fuck it.
Could you get the lemon juice from the fridge real fast?
Oh.
I forgot that. Can't forget the lemon juice. The most important part, too, guys, ice, gin, cranberry juice, and then you finish it off with just a squeeze of lemon if you have any. I don't have fresh lemon, so we're going to do what we got with it. Oh, yeah. Do yours first. I still got to do the cranberry.
Some lemon, boys.
Yeah, no, Tom Brady's definitely one of the greatest.
I think Platt deserves another chance at Canelo more than
anyone else.
Than Benavides. That was just an offside topic.
Yeah, we were having that.
We're talking about beforehand.
And that is something that, I mean...
We'll get into that.
We will.
For sure.
Let me see. Quick topic. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Tom Brady getting his stuff retired. Legend of all time. Hopefully Patrick Mahomes never passes him. Absolutely. Here you go, my man. Ingredients all over the place while we're making it. But other than that, keeping it into sports, Celtics were up 3-0, and then Dallas kind of clutches up. Who do you got winning the series?
I think I definitely am gonna stay back with the.
Appreciate you.
Or stay with the Celtics winning, or Boston. Yeah, Boston.
Boston. You think they're gonna win it next game, or you think Dallas will be able to take it to 6?
I think they could take it to 6. Honestly,
Here.
now that there's like sort of. I think we
juniors.
discussed a bit.
I gotta match you.
But
I think
we discussed a bit about it beforehand, and we were saying like that now they're sort of warmed up. Like, or at least I was telling you. I think I was like, now they're at least warmed up. Because it took them. I don't think they're gonna win. Because obviously it took them 3 losses, just to get warmed up enough to then play at their level, at the Celtics level, and then get a win. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
So,
right.
But now that they are warmed up, it's possible they win another one. But that doesn't mean the Celtics could just adjust whatever flaw they need to adjust and then win right off. You know, they need one more win. So
it could go. I feel like if they can win this next one, Dallas. If they can win this next one, they could take it to Game 6 back to Dallas, win that, and push it to a Game 7. And like you said, all it takes is Boston to just have one good night on one of those games, and they win it. So they could win it in 7, honestly, still too. Boston, they could end up like even if Dallas takes it to 7, they could still. Boston can still at the end of the day clutch up and take it and win it.
To mix it, or you
Yeah, I should be good if you are good. I'm just gonna kind of shake it like this, like a. Remember those Danimal Crush cups when we were kids?
I haven't heard of
Crush it, bro.
In a minute, yeah.
Crush it, bro. All right, cheers. Vasectomy DeadPool edition. Happy Father's Day, everyone. All the fathers and mothers, single mothers. Happy Father's Day to you guys. It's not too bad.
Tastes a little weird. What is that in there? I don't know. There's something in there.
What did you find?
No idea.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so. It's
but what do you rate it?
Okay. Let me get one more drink off of it. Give it a 6.5. A good 6.5 though. It's good. It's not sweet. Don't expect anything sweet. I did put a good amount of gin in it too, so you can taste the gin. Maybe I put a little bit too much, but it's not bad. I don't know. It's not bad. Cranberry juice is nice. The lemon juice is nice. Or maybe it's just because I didn't mix it good. Maybe it's the crush mix ain't good enough. I don't know. But I'll just be honest.
Like a little shake
like this. A little spinneroonie. Yeah, that was better. Yeah, I'd still give it a 6.5. It's not a bad drink, honestly. Well, yeah, happy Father's Day to everyone. Back to the quick topics. I was telling you this before. We'll kind of move on to the next one after this. I think Dallas. I have Dallas winning it, but I definitely think Dallas can win it. It points more in their favor if they can win Game 5 and then take it to Game 6 back home. Because I think they'll close Game 6 and take it to Game 7 for sure. And if they take it to Game 7, it's anyone's game. It could be Boston's or Dallas's, but Dallas needs to win, of course. Of course they need to win, but it's important that they go out and win this one. So, I don't know. We'll see. But definitely interesting.
Why is it so important for you? You're not a Celtics fan?
No, as a Lakers fan, Celtics are like our rivals. Yeah, they're our rivals. We don't want to see them. Because we're tied with championships. That's like That's like if the Niners passed you guys, or the Patriots passed you guys. Did they pass you guys?
No.
Yeah, that's like if the Patriots passed you guys.
They're tied, and it's 3 of them now tied.
It's you guys, Cowboys, and
no, what the fuck?
Cowboys have 5, right?
Cowboys have 5. I've always had 5 for a while. It's Steelers, 49ers.
Niners have 5, I think, too, right?
No, don't they have 6? You sure?
Let me see. Google check real quick. I don't know where my phone's at. That's fine.
And then, unless if it might be 5, and then yeah, Patriots 6.
It's just I think it's just you and the Patriots that have 6. Mm-hmm. Someone correct us if we're wrong in the comments.
Niners have 5 then.
But I know for sure you guys have 6, and the Patriots either have 5 or 6 for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Cowboys have 5, bro. You're giving them way too much credit.
4. Well, they run 2 with Roger Staubach, and then they won 3 in the with Troy.
You sure?
Yeah, in the 90s they won 3.
Because the 49ers have 5.
Or no, they won 2 in the 90s or something like that. They have 5 or something. But you guys have 6 for sure. But that's like if the Patriots or someone passed you guys. Because we're tied with the Boston.
I was pretty upset about that.
Yeah, same. We would too. That's what I'm saying. So, keeping it in the sports, kind of in the boxing side, Gervonta Davis with the fucking knockout last night.
Let's go fucking Gervonta, bro.
Gervonta is... Does that...
I love that fight.
With that knockout...
It was a great fight. It was an amazing fight. Huh?
Motherfucker. With that knockout, does that make him one of the best in his division?
I think he has been the best in his league for a while now, and this just more cements it. Because he's just tearing out motherfuckers that are supposedly, like, good.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who's left?
I think...
Name someone.
We were talking about this?
I'm not trying to shit talk, but
No.
I like...
No, I like this.
I like the...
No, I like this. I'm going to put you in your place again. Listen, I think Pitbull Cruz deserves another chance at him. Not saying that he didn't beat him, because at the end of the day, he beat him. But I think that's the person who gave him the toughest challenge. Was Pitbull Cruz. Ryan got rocked. Frank Martin did good up to the 8th round, and then just... Honestly, Frank Martin didn't have enough power behind his punches, honestly. You can jab someone up the whole fight, but if you're not putting enough power behind it, you're not going to fucking beat Davis. Davis literally cornered him, took him 1 round, just cornered his ass. Uppercut.
Fucked him up, bro.
That was
Pieced
deadly.
him up. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I didn't watch, like, the full fight at first. I just went back and looked at highlights.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was all, like, leaned more on heavy Davis highlights just because he was dominating. At least to what I seen.
If anyone watched it, I was able to watch the full fight, all 8 rounds. The first 8 rounds, and literally I was showing you too. The announcers, even in some of the not the judges, but the announcers, you know how they have their own scorecard. They all had Frank winning up to the 8th round, and then I was telling you, all it takes is with Davis, all it takes is a minute.
Yeah.
All it takes is Davis to corner you.
Fighter, bro.
It's because he's the best. Yeah.
He's a knockout specialist.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say he's not the best. He did deserve that win. He's the best in his division. I think though, Pitbull Cruz
deserves a chance.
I think he deserves another chance at it. And if he dominates Cruz, then yeah, for sure he's the best. But I think you can ask anyone, and I think you would agree too. I think Cruz is one of the best upcoming fighters, not even in Mexico. Just I think in general in that division, he's one of the best upcoming.
Well, technically, Tank is like an up-and-coming fighter. He's pretty fresh. But he's pretty fresh still.
But he holds all the belts though. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, now, but like he like did that pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what
from when he started. He started at what age?
He's been boxing since 8.
Well, yeah,
but he's been like pro boxing since what? Like, he's not even 30 yet. He's 28. He's been boxing for at least, I'd say, about 5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
That's 22.
That's a short term, like short amount of time that he earned all those belts.
Yeah, fuck yeah, but that doesn't excuse him from being the best though. That doesn't excuse him from being the best. He is the best fighter, no matter what. Like Davis? Even if it took him 2 days, at the end of the day, he's still the best motherfucker in that division.
Yeah,
no one's better than him.
Yeah.
So I just think Cruz was the closest to beating him, and I think if Davis beats him, even knocks him down, that'd be crazy. Because I don't think Cruz has been knocked down at all in his career.
Didn't they fight already?
They fought, but he didn't get knocked down in that fight. No one got knocked down. That was a brutal fight. Anyone who's seen that fight, that's a fucking crazy fight. And I know you don't follow boxing too much on that side. You're more of like the UFC guy.
Yeah.
But Gervonta definitely.
That's true. What I've seen though, like I do follow Gervonta like a little bit, because I like how he fights, dude. I like where I'm not a Floyd fan. I used to follow boxing a little bit more back then. but not too much anymore. But I'm not a Floyd fan, never been, but I do love the work that, like, how he coached Tank and how he handles his fights now. Like,
Yeah,
he's a defensive fighter, but he's still not afraid to get aggressive. Like,
exactly.
he's not like Floyd
He'll read
in
you
any
out the
way.
first
Like,
couple
they'll
of
say
rounds.
people try to say like, oh yeah, like he copies Floyd's fighting. Oh, he does, like, some of his, like, advice for sure,
Hmm.
but and some of his methods, but it doesn't, obviously not everyone's styles fit everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you have to adjust it into your own fighting style,
well, I
and that's
agree with that.
definitely what he's done. And he's an aggressive fighter as well. That's why he has all those knockouts.
No, that's why he's the best, and that's why I'm gonna say. So, we were talking about it. He could take either 4 fights. He could take Ryan Garcia, which
Yeah.
I have something to tell you about
I
Ryan.
don't
Actually,
think that fight. I don't think it would ever happen just
the
because
second one,
Ryan, because yeah, the second Ryan fight, because, like, I don't know, Ryan has to take it serious again.
boxing.
Like, yeah, generally, because
Yeah,
all this shit that's going on, it's
yeah, he's
like he could have just, like, stuck in the boxing divisions and tore up some more guys, or try to fight some more guys in that division, to then go back at Tank, but he decided to, like, go and do. Who was it that you fought again? Logan or some shit?
who? Sorry,
Ryan?
Ryan. No, he didn't fight Logan. He went and
Didn't he
fought.
go and do like that Days In fight right after he lost to Tank? Or
No,
what
he
was
hasn't
his
fought
fight
since
after?
Tank.
He
Oh no,
hasn't?
Devin
No,
Haney.
yeah.
No, he fought Devin Haney.
Oh, did he?
Yep, he fought Devin Haney.
Did he not fight anyone else before that? No.
Mm-mm. And he beat Devin Haney. He beat the shit out of Devin Haney.
But that wasn't even like an actual counted fight, was it?
It still counted, but
Yeah.
like they're fighting to make it not count, of course, because of what
Yeah.
happened. But I was gonna say, going to the next thing, did you see what Caleb Plant actually did to Ryan Garcia at the fight? After the
No.
fight, he chucked a beer at. He smacked Ryan Garcia across the face with a beer.
What the fuck?
Yeah, a whole brawl happened in the crowd after the fight, and Caleb
What
Plant
was
ran
this
up on.
for? What kind of beef do they have? I didn't
I
even know
don't
they had
know.
beef.
Ryan Garcia went to Twitter and started saying, "Oh, it's because I fucked his wife back in the day before they were married." He's like, "Yeah, your
Oh,
girl's pussy was
God.
tight." I know.
So it was over
Ryan
some shit
Garcia's
talking.
words, not mine.
So
It was crazy. I was like,
I
"Whoa,
thought
what the
he was
fuck?"
arrested or some shit. So he's been out.
He's been out now. He was
He
arrested.
was at this fight, obviously.
Yeah, he
So
was at this fight. He got released from jail. If you guys didn't hear, he was arrested for vandalization of a LA hotel or something like that he was in. But now he's out. But then he's already starting some more shit with a fighter in a division he can't even fight in. So, I mean,
I don't know. That's what I'm
it's
saying.
interesting.
And Ryan's like, I feel like that's no one's leaning on that fight happening.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
it's
Davis and
definitely
Ryan.
the other three
Yeah.
that I think that you mentioned, which would be Inoue and
Stevenson.
who else?
Shakur Stevenson.
Of course, Stevenson.
You have
You said
Loma.
Inoue, or
Loma Volk.
not Inoue, Loma. There you go. My bad.
Loma Volk. And then you have a rematch with Pitbull. Those are the 4 fights I could see, or the 3 if you don't count Ryan.
I don't think Ryan would happen. I don't really see it at all.
You prove a good case why it wouldn't happen, so I could get behind that. But yeah, so I mean, Ryan. And now that Ryan's already trying to get back into boxing,
he was there at Davis's corner, huh? For the fight.
Not his corner, but he was there watching it.
Yeah, he was there watching or some shit.
Yeah, he was there watching it. He was. He had a shirt that said "Tank's #1 fan," and then it said on the back, "Bitch, give me a rematch."
Yeah.
That's what it said on the back.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, I see that they're cool now, huh?
Yeah,
he was like training with them.
Yeah, and then they said, "Would you fight Ryan in a rematch?" He's like, I'd beat his ass again." So like, yeah, like I think like they're good, of course, outside the ring, but Davis knows he's better than him. Going to
for
UFC,
sure, dude.
Going to UFC real quick though.
But do you
go ahead?
My bad.
No,
quick,
finish it off.
Do you think it was just unfair the like the regulations or the rules that they had on that fight for Ryan?
The dehydration?
Yeah,
well,
the
dude,
dehydration clause that they have for him.
If you look into it, Tank has everyone on dehydration clause.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying about the whole situation with like Floyd and Canelo now that they make their own fights.
Davis is like one of the
Which
best.
Which is why you were also, I think you had brought up earlier too, that now that they said that the commission finally stepped in, right, over that.
For which fight?
for Canelo.
Oh,
or
yes.
they just finally stepped in generally about like these fighters, like
yeah. As of today,
these fighters setting up their own fights or not wanting to fight more. Like
correct. So as of today, or as of yesterday, pretty much 24 hours ago, if it was revealed by the committee that if Benavidez was to go down to middleweight again, that Canelo's next fight would have to be against him because they both have all the belts pretty much in their division.
Yeah, like he's entitled to a fight,
entitled to a
challenge
fight.
the challenge
the
title holder.
Exactly. So that's interesting. So now Benavidez could either drop back down and fight Canelo, or he could stay in light heavyweight. I don't know. Either or, I think that's going to be interesting, and that will be something that's going to kind of be we'll hear soon. Now that that's been said, and that is official, people can look that up, and I think that's going to be crazy.
With that being out, and I don't mean to like keep talking about just boxing, but fucking with that being out, do you think that only happened because he won this recent fight in the undercard? And yeah, in the undercard.
I think so. Heavyweight? And what the other thing though was he didn't do it in like crazy fashion though either. He kind of
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Kind of just did it like he did beat his ass, but he didn't like drop him. He didn't. Yeah. But again, it was light heavyweight.
Yeah, though. He changed his weight class, went up, sort of, in a sense, trying to prove that he's better than Canelo. By winning the light heavyweight. Still like not a guy that's that big.
Bivol is a different.
Bevel is a different level, bro. Like you can't compare Bevel to what was his name? I don't want to butcher his name.
I forgot his name too.
The Ukrainian fighter.
He fought a Ukrainian guy. It was a good fight. Don't get me wrong.
I think he only had like one loss or something like that.
But light heavyweights, they're almost like literally they are light heavyweights. They're exactly what their division is. They are hard to put down on their ass, bro.
They are. I mean, they went. Yeah, they went all 12 rounds, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they went all 12 rounds.
Yeah. So, but shit, and he still won. So fuck, that still proves something, for sure.
I think that.
So you think that definitely affected though, like that?
I think
that made like the commission step in. They're like, he actually
he needs to fight him.
He needs that fight.
He needs to fight him. I think everyone was like, we need to see it now. Because I think if he lost, they would have been like, okay, his first loss was in light heavyweight. Maybe he'll stay in light heavyweight. Maybe that's good for him. Maybe he wants to. But now that he won, like, I think he showed everyone like, okay, yeah, like you said,
like he's ready for Canelo for sure.
Exactly. So we'll kind of leave that there. We'll keep it into fighting still. I don't know if you've seen, but UFC 303, whole card was switched up. McGregor, Chandler not happening no more, and then the undercard as well. Whittaker is being moved to Fight Night instead. Yeah, the Whittaker, my bad.
Yeah, Robert Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker versus I forgot who it was.
Islam, right?
Yeah, it was someone in.
Was it Chimaev or Islam?
I think it was Chima. Someone if you guys know the fight that got moved to Fight Night, the card for Fight Night, or I think we could look it up real quick. But it is that undercard got moved to Fight Night as the main card.
Okay.
And then you have now the Alex Pereira fight as the main card now.
For UFC 303.
Yep.
And then I think the undercard was Jamal Hill, if I wasn't mistaken.
So I think that's going to be, honestly, I hate that we're not going to get the Conor McGregor fight.
We're just getting really, like, now, just Alex again. Alex and, who was it, Jury again?
Yeah, so I could tell you.
So that's cool.
Let me tell you the three for the main card. So you have Alex Pereira versus Jury 2. It's going to be the light heavyweight main event. For the featherweight co-main event, you have Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes. And then for light heavyweight, will be the third fight. It'll be the Anthony Smith versus Carlos. So, honestly, I don't know Anthony Smith and Carlos, but I don't even know Brian Ortega.
He's been a fighter.
But Alex Pierre is a fucking beast. Alex Pierre is an animal. And I think he'll take care of Jury again.
I think
he'll
take care of it again. Honestly, though, but you can't really, like, underestimate Jury. He is a strong-ass fighter, too.
What, 30-10?
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm going to look back at 30-4. 34-1 is Jury's record. And Alex Pierre is 10-2. So Alex Pierre has lost to Izzy and who else?
Who was it? He has another loss in the UFC?
He does. He has 2 losses. He's 10-2.
Was it Strickland? No, he beat
KO'd.
Strickland.
He's KO'd Strickland. Let's see. Real quick, guys. Sorry. 10-2. Let's see. While we're looking at that, though, I think he takes care of him. And I don't really know the other one, so if you guys want to put your predictions for the other two main event fights, I'm not too sure on them, so I'm not going to speak on them. But I know I've seen Alex Pereira fights. I've seen him beat the shit out of Izzy. I saw Izzy beat the shit out of him, of course. And then Alex Pereira also beat the shit out of Jamal Hill. Was that? Am I thinking of the right fighter?
Was it Jamal Hill?
Jamal Hill was the one that like kicked him in his balls and told Alex Pereira was like,
"Oh yeah."
He was like, "Back the fuck up. Let me just beat his ass."
Yeah, I think
that was
Jamal
him, right?
Hill, yeah.
So he lost to Izzy, and then Artem Balaktiv. My bad if I butchered that. If you want to look at that real quick. I don't know who that is, but I did see the Izzy loss, and I saw the Izzy win too. Those were like two of his biggest fights, in my opinion. He beat the shit out of him, and then the second fight was going the same way, honestly. And in UFC, I feel like when you have a rematch, in my opinion, tell me what you guys feel in the comments. Oh, it was in kickboxing. But how does that count as your record still, though? Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I feel like in UFC it could go either way at 1 second.
Yeah, he only has one loss in the UFC.
But he's 10-2, though, in his UFC record, though.
Dude, what the fuck?
While he's, like, just double-checking that, it says 10-2 on his record, so I'm pretty sure he's 10-2, but good drink at the end of the day. Vasectomy, DeadPool edition.
Botan. But it doesn't show it, though.
Betty Buzz. Could you open this for me again, bro? It'd be really kind of you.
Look, it doesn't show it, though. It only shows one loss.
Yeah.
The Izzy loss. For
That's
UFC,
weird.
at least.
Yeah.
I know he does have, I think, 3 losses in kickboxing. That was back, but he was the title holder in kickboxing, and he also beat Izzy in kickboxing.
Oh, really?
So that's why there is like big like history with that, and and why it was such a big deal, like him fighting Izzy.
Because he beat him
he beat him twice in kickboxing,
and then once in the UFC.
And then chased him down pretty much into the UFC, and then beat him in the UFC.
And then Izzy
took the belt. And then they rematched, obviously, and Izzy actually fucking beat him finally, and was able to like silence all the bullshit. Like fucking, he is unbeatable.
I don't know if you heard me while you were looking at that, and I don't blame you if you did. I know you were concentrated, but I was telling everyone that at the end of the day, I feel like the UFC what it is altogether is as long as a certain punch just goes your way, any fight could be determined by just one punch. It doesn't matter how good you are. For instance, like Sean Strickland fights, I don't think Sean Strickland is the best fighter in my opinion, but he's had a lot of fights where he just lands a really clean shot, one lucky clean shot, and then he just takes over the rest of the fight. And that's how I feel like UFC fights are. Like he upset Izzy, and the second Izzy fight with Alex Pereira was going the same way.
I'll agree, because it definitely is, because if you take that into consideration, that's how you usually always stop like very high talented grappler fighters, because high grappler fighters obviously they're instantly gonna rely on to like grappling, getting on the ground, like trying to like choke you out, get you in a submission.
Yeah.
But they never account for like the counter that's coming out of nowhere when they go in for like a jab or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like initial, like obviously they got to set up for a ground attack or like for a takedown.
Yeah, of some kind.
And with that, like they got to get initial like punches in. And if there's like an experienced fighter, like Strickland, for example, or like for Dustin Poirier, for example.
Yeah.
Or Chandler's good at that too. Like they're scrappers in a sense. They like to throw hands, but when you get them on the ground, they're gonna struggle, for sure.
Okay, and I could see that. That's because
that's where like the UFC definitely has that like aspect of it where like it's like you say where like anything could happen like at any point if they land like a knockout hit on you and you start wobbling, they're gonna take over the rest of the fight. They're gonna just start putting their hands on you.
And that was my point in our last conversation
with
where
Dustin Poirier.
Well, not even that, just in general is like ground and pound fighters, what are you gonna do with them? You're gonna take them down because they don't know what the fuck they're gonna like. That's why like when I was trying to tell you in the last episode.
Yeah, but they have a takedown isn't as easy as like
no,
they
you're
make
right.
it seem. You know, especially nowadays these fucking Russian fighters they make it look so easy. Everyone thinks like, oh, I just gotta do the same thing they do. It is not that simple.
If people don't know,
they set themselves up in a position to
be
able to take them down like that, to get out of situations. Because not only does you could take them down, yes, but most fighters are experienced enough to still then try to gain the advantage on the ground. So you have to take them down and also have the the control on them, have the upper hand. Because if you take them down and then they end up on top of you, now you're just you're just wasting your energy.
Yeah,
you wasted your energy trying to take them down, and now you're wasting your energy trying to get this big ass dude off of you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of talent. These guys are fucking skilled. Like that's all they train for. Like Thomas, I think brought it up last time. He was like, they fucking train with fucking bears.
Yeah, they train with bears.
Like they just wrestle bears for fun, while like other fighters they just box for fun. You know what I mean? So it's different. There's different skill sets in UFC.
There's different levels to UFC.
That's what I love about it. And then whenever you do mix match it, like you got a high level grappler fighter that's down to go against a scrappler. And it's cool too because you sometimes see them like, for example, that's why I like Charles Oliveira a lot because he's good. He's like highly experienced on the ground, but he still would like for the first few rounds he'll stand and throw
he'll box you out
until like if he I will say he takes a lot of damage like.
He will. He takes too much.
He takes too much damage, but that's where once he takes the damage, he relies heavily on all his grappling skills.
And then if it doesn't come through, he loses. And that's what's been happening in his last two fights because he's lost. Exactly. But I'll say this too, real quick, is on the point of where it comes to like grappling and stuff like that. These guys, a lot of them, especially nowadays, how you were saying, this generation of UFC fighters, they train where they tell their trainers or whoever they're sparring with or whatever, if they're just actually trying to get a good training day in. They'll have them get them into a submission, and they'll practice breaking out of it because that's the thing too. They train to also get out of these kind of submissions and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, think of like Tony Ferguson, Max Holloway, like those type of guys. Like those guys have held out in some, like they've been put in some submissions that are crazy, and they just hold on, bro. Like they know how to like survive.
Or they'll just sit there and you're sitting there and you're
Poirier
thinking,
too. Actually, he's pretty good at getting out of them.
Even the we were watching because it went 5 rounds. What we were arguing about
fight,
the 302. That fight was great because Dustin Poirier round after round was literally getting out of what it looked like was gonna be finishers. Like he just had to clinch something up and it was
there was a few times where he had some really
wiggled out
some pretty tight squeezes on there, but he was able to get his chin out.
It's because you can tell
his chin under and not get
wiggle out.
Choked out. Yeah,
and eventually because you get so tired though, you're gonna eventually slip to it. And that's how it is, though. Like, that's just how... Eventually, you're going to slip to it if you don't finish them.
And that's the thing is because they know how to tire you out on the ground.
People like him and Gervonta Davis...
That's what I'm saying, though, is those fighters like that, like, the main way you take them down is... Because Islam has lost before, and his loss was... Like, I think he got knocked down, and then I think it was a knockout, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the way he lost.
Let's see that. We'll have to see that.
It was from Alexander Volkson.
Oh, Volk?
Yeah.
But then he beat Volk the second time.
Yeah, and then he beat him the second time.
He choked him out or knocked him out?
I think he choked him out. He choked out Volk.
But that's how, and I don't mean to
Volk
say
is
like
he's a good ass wrestler too.
I don't mean to say like in a bad way, but that's how a lot of those like Russian fighters are.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't care if people take it the wrong way.
But I mean, no, yeah, it is. Because I mean, Chimaev, he throws hands too, but even he relies too on his ground game as soon as
that's not bad. It gets scary. If you could choke someone out, that's like honestly, when I'm watching it as like a viewer,
they do it like it's nothing, bro.
Like,
and
they're
other
okay
guys, bro, like
it's crazy.
You gotta think about it. Like there's guys that they claim that they're expert fucking like submitters and shit like that. Then there's these like freaks of natures that come out. Say like Jones. Yeah. Jones. Don't say like now he's like a great grappler and everything, but I don't think he originally like that's all he was.
I don't even remember.
He was more of a scrapper.
Yeah.
But
and the kickboxer really.
Yeah.
He relied
on his legs, but he just was able to just always manhandle people, and even guys that were like claimed, like I'll straight up say on his most challenging fight, Alexander Gustafson's fights, both of them. he fucking still out-grappled the fuck out of Alexander.
That's why he won him, though.
Yeah. And
outlanded him.
Yeah, and because with that fight, though, it was all claimed that, like, you know, Alexander was, like, the best grappler, this and that, like, for that division, for light heavyweights. Like, he was, like, because he had, like, I think grappler belts even, like, worldwide for his weight class.
Yeah, I mean, John Jones there'll never be a better quote than, I did a whole weekend of coke and strippers and still beat your ass.
Yeah,
to Cormier, like, dude, that guy,
beat
John
Cormier
Jones is
twice too. Cormier is actually a well recognized fucking grappler too. I mean, think about it.
Yeah. He KO'd him first fight, right?
I think there's actually like some type of proof out there that he beat Khabib in a grappling match out in Russia. Daniel Cormier did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they like always talk about it because they're pretty good friends now. But it's because they're both grapplers. They love to
practice grappling.
Yeah,
well, I think
practice grappling.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and if anyone knows, I think Daniel Cormier was a wrestler in college.
Yeah, he was.
So that's always interesting. I kind of wanted to see this. I don't know if you've been seeing more into this lately, but I don't know if anyone at home have seen this movie either. The Watchers. Me and my wife actually saw this. She came out here and we got to watch The Watchers while she was out here. A good movie, actually. It's in theaters now, actually. It's PG-13, but I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty much about, without spoiling too much of it.
He's spoiling, guys.
Yeah, pretty much spoiling. It's, I don't know, pretty much aliens that have a group of people trapped in the woods, and they're pretty much just watching them. Like, they study them every night. They go and they watch them. They have these humans pretty much just trapped in this bunker, and they just watch them.
So what are you trying to get at?
Well, I was going to say, have you seen the movie? Or have you heard of it?
I haven't seen the movie.
Okay.
I want to watch it.
Okay.
I think I was telling you that I wanted to watch a movie with my girl.
Well, I wanted to say it was interesting. It's very good. I would recommend you guys go watch it. It was really good. We went to that Majestic Theater out here in Chandler. Really good theater as well. Too many shout-outs.
The one you can eat, right?
Yeah, it was a really good place. We went there and watched it. It was a great movie, honestly, and I thought... And as soon as I finished watching that movie, I think it was like the next day, I started getting like feeds just everywhere saying like there's been more reports of people believing that there's aliens living among us or that they have a base on the moon. Have you heard about that or seen that?
I think I have seen that on social media.
I think it's weird. I wanted to get your kind of take on it.
Like that.
And this is something we haven't talked about off camera at all either, so I wanted to get more of your take on it. Because I've seen that. That's interesting, but I've honestly, it's funny that people are now thinking that, because I've always kind of thought it at maybe some point, because I've seen certain people, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but I've seen certain people, and I'm like, that person just doesn't look normal. Like, that person looks kind of off. Like, that's, I don't know, like, looks, just the way they're acting. Like, there's certain, and you know they're just not on drugs, like, the way that they, I don't know, make themselves appear. I don't know. Anyone, you don't ever know someone's, like, life, I guess, but I don't know. There's been certain times where I'm like, that motherfucker doesn't even look like he knows how to act in society. Like, that has to be a fucking alien or something. Like, so I don't know. I wanted to see kind of what you thought on that, and if you think.
My bad, but
no, you're good.
I did see, I think, a few of that on my social media, on Instagram and shit like that. But yeah, because like they were saying like that they live among us. Like they live disguised as us or whatever, and they also live in the moon or whatever.
Are you an alien?
Huh?
Are you an alien?
Maybe, bro. Who knows?
Honestly,
how would you ever know?
I just asked you. I'm hoping.
No, but like even then, like there's like, because what if they can't like transform back or some shit? What if they're stuck like?
That would suck. They're like, listen, Jim. If you go down there,
like say like
you're gonna be stuck.
It's because that's the situation, bro. You never know the predicament that they have to go through, or whatever. What if they really just trying to like be like us? What kind of situation were they in that they're running away from?
Maybe not running away, but maybe it's like a transfer where they're like, do you want to stay up here or do you want to do a transfer down to Earth? And they're like,
oh.
Like maybe a transfer down to Earth is the best. I'll just be a data giver to you guys.
What the fuck?
He's all talking to his boss. He's like, maybe a transfer is best for the family. I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't say I believe it or do. If I do or don't, you know what I mean? Because I believe, anything is really possible. You know.
It's interesting because you can go into different kind of categories, whether you're religious or not religious. I like to look at it in kind of both views. Have you seen the movie Interstellar? We're
yes,
like,
sir.
we're like, yeah, where you can. I believe that maybe you can time travel, and I believe if you can not time travel, but I believe you can travel between different maybe dimensions or for sure different planets and make civilizations. Yeah. But if you could go to that, then if you can make different civilizations, different planets, then who's to say we're the only ones out there? I think is my kind of category, while still putting religion in there because at the end of the day, who made all of it, right? At the end of the day, someone had to make these aliens. If aliens are real, someone had to make aliens, right?
Religion paints humans making shit.
No,
and I don't think the humans made everything.
No, I don't think so. I think that religion also paints any life. It says life. So if aliens, we consider aliens life because they breathe, they still live. That's life. They have their own life, right?
So what if aliens made religion?
Well, then if aliens made, or if humans made religion based off aliens, that's something crazy too.
It all ties back to the same thing, though.
Does it? Does it though?
Yeah, just like
because
like travel, like
no, it doesn't.
Like space travel and shit like that. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't tie back because one of them would be God made the aliens. And
yeah,
the
but like in religion, they talk about like time traveling in a sense, where like God travels in between like lives and
different like forms and stuff. But I wouldn't say like that.
And then same thing with like science methods and shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's sort of all like full circle back.
I would say this. I think if you look at the movie Interstellar as
yeah, I agree with you on that. I think interdimensional shit, like different dimensions and multi-universes.
If you've ever seen that movie, that's a crazy movie.
It's a crazy movie.
It's a great movie.
Everyone definitely needs to give it a watch. It is a long ass movie. I think it's 2 hours and a half or something. 3 hours.
It's a great movie.
But it's a really great movie. Give tearjerker for sure.
It's the only Matthew McConaughey movie I'll actually watch because he's a terrible actor.
Not even Top Gun, bro.
He's not in Top Gun.
Is he in Top Gun?
No, that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. I'm fucking tripping. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey is in...
yeah, name another movie he's in.
Yo, don't do him like that. He's in a few good movies.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, when we weren't born, yeah, he was in a good couple movies.
Probably.
Interstellar, though, is the good movie that I know in our time. Maybe there's one more, but I don't know it, though. Interstellar was a great fucking movie, though. 10 out of 10.
Great ass movie.
For sure, fucking great movie.
Tom is a hater.
No, Interstellar's great. Interstellar's great. But you're right, he probably does have a couple other movies that are great. He has a couple other good movies, I'm sure.
We support. As crazy as they are, we support the Texans. Is he from Texas?
He is from Texas.
Yeah.
That is
Waco, right?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
You ever heard of the Waco shit?
Mm-mm. Inform
Waco,
us.
Texas. With the Davidans.
Mm.
It's like a whole cult. Well, it was pronounced a cult.
Inform us. Inform everyone. No. What is it? No.
Just look it up.
Okay.
There's a whole documentary on HBO about that.
What is it? Let everyone know.
I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's either about... It's called Waco, Texas, or the Davidans. But I think it's just Waco, Texas, the documentary.
Okay, so look at Waco, Texas.
Cool documentary.
Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah. Look it up, I guess. You won't say, but...
Pretty cool.
I'll say this,
Taps into all that shit about, like, religion and, like, made up, like,
and, like, religions. How it's run over there?
No, just, like, made up, like religions and shit, like, or, like, how religion is made up.
I would say this, though.
In a sense, it just like a little bit, but it's mainly about the whole situation that happened there.
I would say this, though. Getting back to, like, the Interstellar thing. Yeah. If it's possible to...
Time travel?
Or not even time travel, but do you remember in that movie,
Move between dimensions?
He was able to move between dimensions, and his daughter at that time thought it was like a ghost. If anything, do you believe that might be what ghosts actually are? It's just actually people...
Yeah, but then, so that would cancel out religion, though.
Would it, though?
Well, religion doesn't believe in, like, science.
But what if religion just is wrong and not believing that? Because at the end of the day, something has to make that. Who makes it, though? And I'm not trying to...
the Big Bang Theory makes it.
Well, yes, but the Big Bang Theory is part of religion. Hold on, before we go any further...
How?
Hold on, before we go any further...
Atoms colliding is not part of religion.
That's literally...
Religion is like a make-believe spirit...
Wait.
That made atoms.
Motherfucker, hold on.
That then collided, right?
Motherfucker, hold on 1 second. before we go any further, I just want to make sure I don't think both of us are justifying or not justifying religion.
Well, no, we're not.
No, we're not. But I just want to say this.
I think we're trying to like understand each other.
Yeah. So I just want to say this though, real quick, and I do get where you're coming from. But the Big Bang Theory is literally talked about at the beginning of religion. It's talked about as the point of the beginning of creation was the Big Bang Theory. Now, evolution and religion, when they split, is that we started as sea creatures and we got to land.
What are like what do scientists believe in, or like atheists?
Atheists believe in evolution, like which is we came from water, then we became mammals, then we became like
yeah, but like what about the planet side of it? Because you got to go
like
deeper.
We all atoms and shit. We all start from the Big Bang Theory, both religion.
So which one doesn't believe in particles?
Both believe in particles because God made particles. That's what religion believes, and then man believes that particles just was there after the Big Bang Theory started.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's where I never really like. I don't really give.
Yeah, I know. That's where
I don't mean to like be disrespecting anything, but like I'm just saying like.
I think
like it's all like confusing to me, as in like why people like.
And I think like, you know how
rely on a belief system. But
you know how I am. I'm very. You know, I get very interested in both, and like either way, I get. Very
some people need to believe in something because shit's crazy out here.
Motherfuckers need something to believe in. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll tell you this.
Believe
you know,
in the vasectomy.
Yeah, believe in the vasectomy, DeadPool edition. Really good drink. It hits you after a minute. I'll tell you this though, like. It doesn't matter what you believe in. At the end of the day, it all boils down to the same thing. We're all people trying to find our way in fucking life, bro. So, at the end of the day, I'll say that. But
being like a time traveler ghost, that'd be crazy.
But do you believe that ghosts would be time travelers?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because then what would be demons, right?
That would be because then I don't. Well, for one, I don't think I believe in ghosts. I don't believe,
and that's
I don't believe in like.
It's a non-judging zone here.
Spiritual beings, I guess, like demons, ghosts, things like that.
So you don't believe in them?
Not really.
Interesting.
And the reason I say not really is just because I've only had one weird shit happen to me when I was younger, and I was like, I seen like a weird shadow in my room that nothing really explained why that shadow would have happened. And
let us know back home what if you guys believe anything.
But other than that experience in my life, I've even had like probably women say that they would like curse me and shit, and nothing like. For the most part, anything bad that's happened in my life is because of my own stupid decisions.
And then just to like explain too for people who didn't get that, like cursed you as if like they like put something on you,
like witchcraft, like anything. Yeah. And I'm not trying to say that ties into. I'm just saying like generally like I've been around like also like other like religious stuff like.
Yeah.
Say like some people are like, oh, like you got the demon in you.
Exactly.
Throw holy water on you. It's not like I'm over here like fucking. Scared of that or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
I grew up religious. I'm a cat. I grew up as a Catholic.
Okay.
So
that's how my grandmother was, and so my grandmother was very. And Catholics are very strict.
And for sure, my mom like obviously wanted us to grow up religious, but I mean, I grew up in America, first generation American. For my family, at least.
America.
Yeah.
Diego would be proud back home. America.
So yeah, both my parents are immigrants. So like, I just didn't really follow their path, and that's why I don't shit on anyone's beliefs. Like definitely don't. But that's why at the same time it's like very confusing.
I think we live in a world.
Because my bad, but I think it's just confusing for me because I don't understand like their belief system, and I don't understand like how it ties in with like the like. What I guess like schools and the education system nowadays try to teach you.
Yeah, that's the thing is like you can get into that part and that's different. At the end of the day, I feel like people in general, like what you learn from school or not, don't take it too much to heart when it comes to society. No,
then you grow up and you're just like, what the fuck was school for?
When school tries to teach you society lessons, don't pay attention to that. When it comes to actual school lessons like mathematics or science, pay attention to that shit. Like yes. But when they try to teach you social lessons,
grammar,
don't pay attention to that because at the end of the day, you got to find who yourself. This is what just I believe. You got to find who yourself is, and you got to follow your path. And you got to just, at the end of the day, be a good person to not only yourself, but the rest of society, because everyone's going through something, you have to realize. And everyone relies on each other. Humans weren't fucking put on this earth to be solo.
We're not lone wolves, bro.
And don't get me wrong, it's good to have your own person. No one's saying to fucking you have to be in a group, but
I agree with that.
Just also don't treat people like shit, because at the end of the day, when you're always gonna need someone. And I'm not saying to keep people around to use them. More or less, you want to have family around, not only family but friends and just people you would consider your, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it said, no species survive by themselves.
No. And the ones that do, they're not dominant. That's why we have to remember that. So I already finished mine. Are you on your first still?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Gotta finish that.
I poured a lot though, bro.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little one. Let me get some more ice. My bad. Knocked yours over. But that's my. And you know, my mom. I don't know if I told you before, but she was actually a ghost hunter, because her belief is not more religious, but more of the I pour tonic first. It's more of the spiritual side. So she actually used to ghost hunt. Shout out my mom. Happy Father's Day to her. She was a single parent. Yep. And she used to ghost hunt. And we used to actually watch her house when she used to ghost hunt. And let me tell you this: ghosts are scared. And my mom is lesbian. They're scared of dykes. She used to clear houses out, man. They're not used to the. That's not back in their time.
Have an encounter?
Oh yeah, she's had a bunch of encounters.
So what's the craziest one that stood out to you that she's ever told you?
She had, and I'm sure she's okay with me sharing this story. I'm sure she's okay with me sharing this story. She had an encounter where she went to a place and the girl was drinking holy water. She was. My mom was.
Who was the girl?
Some girl she went with? Yeah, no, some girl she went to go visit.
Oh, what the fuck?
So she reported that this girl was. I'm sure she's okay with me sharing this story. The girl was. She claimed she was possessed, of course, and so what happened was they went there to check it out, and this girl was drinking holy water, like crazy amounts of holy water, and my mom, right as soon as she saw that, like she actually saw it was holy water, made sure it was holy water, and she was like, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I need to drink holy water to kind of make sure that the demons stay out of me, is what she told her. My mom was like, what the fuck? She was cutting herself. It was she said it was the closest thing to a demon possession she's ever been close to, besides like hearing it in movies. She said this girl had writings all over her bedroom wall, not her living room. She had a family.
House?
It was like a trailer house, like you had like a little trailer place in those little trailer communities. You know what I'm talking about? No, you're good. You know those like trailer communities where you have all the trailers right next to you and like trailer homes. They're not on wheels, but they're like right there. So it was like one of those, and the girl had like she had kids too, but she was like on her own shit.
She was like a mom.
Yeah, she was a mom
type shit.
Yeah, so it was crazy, and my mom was like, "What the fuck?" So that was the craziest.
And she reported this shit. Did like anything happen?
Well, she had her own.
Can you say anything? I don't want to.
I don't. I think she.
Like if anything happened to that.
Honestly,
lady?
I think by the time when that did happen, I think I was just moving out, so that was a couple years ago. She stopped doing that a couple years back.
But like, I guess I'm asking more about the lady. Like, what
the lady. I'm trying to remember if I'm just trying to remember if she stayed the night. Because what she used to do was she used to stay the night.
I'm really concerned about those kids. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I think the kids were with their. I think if I remember
like,
right,
how is someone in that type of mental state still able to have kids?
I don't think she had kids. I think she had a room for the kids when they visited her. Because I think what the case was.
She was just like by herself and crazy or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, and I'll make sure. I'll put it in the comments or something.
Probably try
if I know for sure, but I can ask my mom. But she was telling me that if I remember correctly, the kids weren't there at all during that process. She just like
thankfully.
She told him that she did, or she told my mom that she had kids. But she used to have an investigation team, and I think they were actually fucking. Not scared, but they were like, what the fuck? This is actually crazy ass shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, either this bitch is like on something or she's actually possessed by it.
Yeah, like really possessed.
You never know. That's that shit's crazy.
Yeah. So with all about like that kind of shit, like I have been lately me and my girl started started watching all the Conjuring or like
those are great movies.
The Warren family.
The Warren.
the Warren family movie
Movies?
series,
Those are
pretty much.
great.
So we
Annabelle
started,
and
from The Conjuring. We watched Annabelle, The Conjuring
great
2. So we
movies.
watched 3 so
Yeah.
far. I think there's like 8 of them total, something like that. So there's like
with the nun.
There's the nun. The nun is part of them.
The Nun
They just
2 is a
released
great
another
movie.
one.
My girl
I think they just released this most recent one. That's like The Conjuring
3.
Like It Made Me Do It or something like that.
The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, that one. I think that's the most
third
recent one.
Yeah, that was a good one. No, the Nun 2 came out after that. So the Nun 2 is the
Wait, really? I thought it came out before.
The Nun 2 is the most recent one.
Okay, so then that's the last one for sure that we're gonna have to watch. So I'm watching it by release date, not in chronological order.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently in chronological order it's different. Because it's one of those series where it's like it starts off like midway and then goes like into the past.
That's interesting because if anyone does know, let us know. But I'm pretty sure it starts with Annabelle 1.
No, it starts in The Conjuring.
No, I mean chronological order, like not movie.
Oh, yeah. I
think it starts.
So it's Annabelle 1. Annabelle 1 because that's how like the
chronological. Not
I
movie.
think like they first. I think that's how they first. How was it? They it was their first case, I think, where they met that family or something.
Where they were like, "What's going on with this doll?"
Yeah, with that doll.
Where it was like recorded at least because they were doing ghost hunts before. And I think that motivates a lot of people to do ghost hunts because ghost hunts are crazy. I mean, I don't know if you've seen people like Ghost Adventures or other, like some of them are fake, but you will go to places and you will find shit. You were saying that the other day, if you go looking for shit, you'll find shit. Like, don't get it twisted.
That's true. Like if you
go digging,
if you're trying to find something like so hard, so passionately, you'll probably find something.
That's why I told my mom doing that shit. I was like, if you go keep looking, you'll find something eventually. Like, be careful with that.
Be careful. Yeah, definitely. Like if you seek bad things are gonna come your way. If you seek good things, I'm pretty sure good things.
Some people are meant for it, though. Like the Lorraine family, you could tell they were meant for tracking down that kind of shit. I guess so.
They had their motives were more like try to like fix
help people,
bad things and help people. But I mean, do you believe their stories? They're all based on true stories, true events.
And I believe.
So do you believe like that whole room? So. Dude, I want to go visit it so bad, but if you went into that like the Warren's room, where it has all like the cursed items or whatever, would you feel like it would like sketch you out, or like it would like you would feel like something?
No, I wouldn't feel sketched out, but I'd tell you this: I wouldn't fuck with the Annabelle doll. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm sure you have, but there's been cases where people go to that house and they're like, oh, look at the Annabelle doll, so stupid. It's probably not real, and they'll fuck with it. They'll tap on the glass, and all the people. And this is real. You can look it up. All the people that have ever fucked with the Annabelle case when they went to it have died.
That's not true, bro.
That is true. Look it up.
That's true, bro.
You look it up.
Because I'm about to go do it.
No.
Yo, there's no way that's true, bro.
No, I swear to God. All the people that have ever
There's got to be Bro, maybe I can bet you anything. I'll go on Reddit right now. There's motherfuckers that are like, I tap the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, but I'll tell you this. A lot of the people that have, they end up dying. For instance, there was one where this guy and his girlfriend, the guy was tapping on it, and the girl was like, no, don't do it, because they heard about it. The guy was like, yeah, fuck it. He was all tapping on it, and he was driving on a motorcycle with his girlfriend back home, and his brakes, all of a sudden, he didn't have brakes. Like, his brakes weren't working. Fucking ran right into a tree. Him and his girlfriend died. It was like,
that's why you don't ride a motorcycle.
He's all, that's why you don't ride motorcycles.
I don't know, man.
I'm on no helmet, Sam's all.
I realistically don't believe in anything like that. But if I got put in the situation where I'm getting haunted, bro, like I'd fucking
maybe the Annabelle doll's all, oh yeah, you don't fucking think I'm real?
Well, I'd go straight to the church, bro. I'd be like, fuck you, Valak.
Well, you're not gonna go straight to the church if you're dead.
Whatever the fuck demon it was, yo, fuck you, bro. Fuck
Santa
Valak.
Maria could fucking take you to the church all you want. You're dead,
Valak
bro.
Or some shit. I don't remember. I think Valak was the one that was in the Annabelle too.
No, she was in one of the Annabelles, but Valak is the nun.
The nun, right? Yeah,
she's the nun. Okay. That bitch is scary. I'm sorry,
scary
but nuns,
fuck, bro.
Demonic nuns scare the shit out of me. That's one thing that will terrify the shit out of me. If you're telling me I have to go to a place with a demonic nun,
I'd rather take a fucking doll any day than a fucking nun.
Even a doll's scary, but
like
yeah, a nun.
like
If
the sisters, like generally, like no
oh,
disrespect to them and or anything, respect to their religion, and that they keep like
yeah,
themselves
yeah.
like pure, but they just like creep me out, bro. Like
Not
when I
only
see
them,
them.
but demonic versions of them.
Oh well,
Because
yeah.
they're supposed to be holy.
When they paint them in demonic versions, it's even
Because
scarier.
they're supposed to be
But
holy,
like
so
even
it's
the
like
holy ones, like
sister, yeah.
the sisters that you see out there, like it just gives a creepy vibe off of it, just because of how, like I think maybe now horror movies is what paints
Yeah, I
that
think that's what it is. Because when I see a
because
sister, I'm like,
nowadays
oh,
it's like
sister.
like you see a
Nice to
sister
meet you.
and you're like,
Good to meet you,
oh,
sister.
like what if
Yeah.
she gets possessed? That shit's scary, you know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
god.
Like,
Yeah, sister got.
because they're so close to faith, they're probably the most vulnerable to possession.
Which is crazy. I think that's why those
And
movies are
that's where
made.
I feel like people like us,
Oh god, that'd be
I
scary.
feel like we more correlate to like movies where it's like, have you ever seen like those like slasher movies, like The Babysitter and shit like that?
Uh,
Like people that don't
I
know
haven't.
like where their beliefs sort of stand like heavily, like if they're not super heavy in religion, they sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
end
yeah.
up like
Oh yeah.
more like it's either they're like in a cult like
Yeah.
situation or they're just like crazy,
Yeah.
or two like they get possessed because they just don't know better and they just
They're
start
they
doing
just don't
some
know.
crazy shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because that's what like The Babysitter is sort of about. Like it's more like a cult
And there's
theme.
two of them, right?
Yeah,
Two
there's two of
babysitters.
them. They're
Okay.
funny as fuck,
They're pretty funny.
and
Okay.
they're like modern day like slasher movies in a
Okay.
sense where it's like, oh, like these motherfuckers are cultists the whole time, and they're like fuck, some of them
That's
are
pretty funny.
demons too. Like I'm not just, well, spoilers. Those are spoilers, but yeah. So like a few of them are like demons. They're already like been living for years because they've been like
Okay. Okay.
sacrificing
Yeah.
people to
Yeah.
the religion or whatever, or the demon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, but it's like a more funnier take of it, like
Yeah. It's
this
supposed to be
kid's
more
over
of
here
like a
trying to fucking
comedic
kill,
version of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this kid's over here killing them to survive because they keep trying to sacrifice his ass for it because he's a virgin,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
a
Okay.
20-year-old virgin or some
That's
shit
funny.
like that.
They're all trying to give them back to God. No, that's funny. No, and I would say like at the end of the day, like no matter, I think that's like the funny side of it. At the end of the day, like, and if anyone has come across it themselves, let us know in the comments below. But
Like I said, I had one weird interaction,
I've
but I
never
don't think
had
like I
something
don't
like
believe in
that. I've never
anything.
had something crazy. Me personally, I've seen things, and I'm sure people through their lives can say that they've seen something. I've never personally been a part of something where I've been like, holy shit, I'm scared for my life. Like, this
I wasn't
is.
scared for my life
Yeah,
either. It was
exactly.
just
Like, I've
more
never
something I
been.
couldn't explain.
Yeah, that's more or less something I've been through too. And I think everyone's been through. But that's my next question, and we'll kind of bring into this topic is I think a lot of people also, if you don't believe in religion or any of that, is the Matrix. So a lot of people believe, like, they explain that too, the Matrix just having a glitch or something. Do you believe in any of that? Do you believe in, like, the Matrix being a possibility of life? Like, maybe we're
Like a
just,
simulation.
like a simulation, yeah. Like, this is the Matrix. Maybe
We're just like
we opted in for a
we're
test.
like someone else is playing as us or something.
Or maybe we opted in as something and we're testing it out. And they're like, you're going to live this whole life in here.
Yeah,
It's
but
going to
like
seem
that
like,
would mean someone else is controlling us.
not really controlling us. Oh, well, yeah, a system is controlling. I guess we're just like in a simulation.
Something is controlling us.
I guess so.
Could be a
A
person.
machine.
Could be a person too.
No, it has to be a machine. A person
But who's
can't.
controlling the machine?
The machine? Well, that's where.
Somebody has to do maintenance to the machine.
Not in the Matrix. The machine runs everything, right? In the actual movie, The Matrix, the machine runs everything. Right? So let's say we're stuck in a Matrix, and
Well,
like, okay,
who built the machine?
the humans built the first starting part of machines. The machines outgrew us, is what happened though.
And then we don't exist.
Not only do we don't
So
not
that's
but
sort of like
we help the
so. All right, I'll say that
robots
since
exist,
about the
or
topic of the Matrix.
the
So
Matrix
with about Neuralink?
Mm.
No.
Mm.
So like Elon
I've
Musk.
heard of it.
Elon
I've heard
Musk
of it. It's
helped,
like a chip, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
help fund. He's like a co-funder of this company where
Called Neuralink.
called Neuralink that, and it's funded by multiple people. It's not just Elon Musk, but he does fund like a heavy amount into it.
Yeah.
But it's like a neural chip that goes into your brain, and The trial stages are more to treat like.
And they have done trial stages, right?
Yeah, they've done some implants already into pigs and actually have it connected to their nerves.
To animals, not humans.
No, I don't think they've done human trials yet. No.
That's interesting.
Not yet.
Okay,
They're working to there. They're getting close for sure.
Which is interesting.
We good.
So.
And so, but with so with that company existing, that's sort of like, have you seen Cyberpunk? Sort of. Do you know anything about that? No.
It's Cyberpunk 2077, right?
So there's a video game 2077, and then there's a anime adaptation type of thing.
Was that before the game? Or?
No, it came after, and it's on Netflix. Netflix sort of made it, I think.
Okay.
I believe.
So are you going like based off the game or the series?
Either or. Okay. It's just more of like that like cyberpunk mentality. Just that whole like theme is that like we go into like a cybernetic type of era, which I think we're definitely heading into.
Of course.
Where like we sort of become more cyborg based humans than actual organism humans.
Which would make sense.
So we start like replacing our body parts with robotic parts and like getting chips implanted in our brain. So
that's what's leaning towards.
Yeah, right. So with Neuralink existing, and all that meant like thinking about all that. So Cyberpunk, the game, and both of it, Cyberpunk in general, it themes out, and this is also, I guess, a spoiler for the game if anyone's into like getting into the game. Show. It's been out for a while, or the show. I don't know if the show. The show doesn't really tap into this aspect of it, more the game, but it's more of the aspect of, so yeah, you could put chips in you could customize your body, all this shit. We get so far advanced to that point now, like say, because the beginning stages of Neuralink is just to help with arthritis or whatever, like that, like simple neural issues that you have, like with your nerves.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah,
because what it does, it sends, apparently, like what he explained, it sends Neuralinks. Like little, so it connects to your neural links in your brain, where all your nerves connect, obviously, and it sends those shock waves to dead nerves to then reactivate them.
Yeah, so instead of them hurting their...
Yeah, so with people with arthritis or like dead limbs or something like that, they could sort of reactivate them.
Wow.
And so, so, but those are like beginning stages. Then he was like, so like with future like adaptations of it, eventually like you could get to the point where you could download music and fucking listen to it like through your brain.
That's crazy.
Like type shit. You don't need like AirPods.
I've heard, or like TV shows.
Yeah,
I've heard. Yeah, I've
like
seen
that would be like crazy, like more next level. You know what I mean? More advanced, where you start to see optical shits, like affect optical.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because the only thing we have right now close to that is like Google glasses. You know what I mean?
Not even that, but like or that, or like recording devices, or like, have you seen the Ray-Bans?
Yeah, those, and then like now we have the Apple Vision Pros, which
that's
you can walk around with those goggles and like sort of move.
Honestly,
things.
And I think a lot of people.
But that would be like the
the
advanced level of Neuralink. So it would be able to like pretty much have a computer in your brain, and you could do things while you're just out here in person. But so in Cyberpunk, what I was getting to, so in Cyberpunk, they sort of like. They make it to where like this company makes this like program thing where you could upload your memory and sort of upload,
like some Black Mirror shit.
Matter of fact, also a movie that touches based on this is Charpy. Have you ever seen it? No.
Is it the robot movie?
Yeah, it's a robot.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
I think it's based in like South Africa or Africa.
Yeah, I have
like
seen
that.
It. Yeah,
they're like European based, based. So, but yeah, so like it's based about like this dude uploads his consciousness or memory to a robot.
Yeah, I have seen
so
it. Yeah.
All that is like based on like so say if we get to the level where we have this chip implanted in us and we could upload our memory and all that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
If they gave you the option to be able to save your memory, your conscience, your active consciousness, who you are, that like, like as a person.
Yeah.
And just upload it to like a server, a memory base, a cloud server at that. So like it can never really get deleted.
Yeah.
Unless if like the Earth got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that'd be the only way, right? At that point.
You technically like they, in a sense, in the game they said they advertise it as like you live forever, and that you could get just uploaded to any other body, like a little cyborg synthetic body, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I would.
And at that point, that would sort of exist if we are at that level.
Yeah, I would say this then.
That's saying that if we don't blow ourselves up or anything. Yeah, Civil Wars.
Motherfucker, anything. That would erase religion then, right?
It would. That's why Elon Musk, I love how he believes this, because he says like
that's true.
Everything is possible up until we get like an actual chip implanted in us like that.
Fuck, that's why I would never.
He was like,
me personally, I would never volunteer for that.
I don't think I would either, but eventually someone's gonna do it, and then
well, no, someone's going to. But
when they get to that stage where it's like super enhancement, Oh shit!
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay. I would say this. I hope, like, of course, someone will volunteer, but me personally, as long as it's not a mandated thing. But
it's even not like the beginning guys that are gonna get like crazy. You know what I mean? It's more like
but
I'm talking about when they're
not mandated. Though,
yeah. Oh.
I'm never gonna take it.
Who knows? Well,
unless you.
I guess in Cyberpunk they make it. Yeah, it's more or less like it's like people do it
like
to
you're
survive.
A bum if you don't have it.
And yeah, it's more like your poverty level if you can't afford it. In Cyberpunk, there's people that but there's people. It's options. So there's also like a society of like culture of people that just they don't like to.
But they're like in the mountains though. Huh?
Yeah, they're like nomads. There you go. Exactly. They literally section them like that. So there's cyberpunks,
sticks and stones.
There's cyberpunks, which are usually like the city folk, and then there's like the
nomads.
There's the corporal, which is all like the business, like fucking the ones that are like making these network devices and all these shits,
which is the future.
Yeah, right. So they're the future holders.
Or you got the nomads from Black Ops 3, with
and then you got the nomads that are like the out. They don't like the city folk.
No, if you ever play Black Ops 3, you play Black Ops 3.
They don't. They literally paint them like that. Yeah, they're out in the fucking woodlands where the city's not all advanced.
The nomads where they depend on the bees and shit. Yeah, for real. Yeah, no,
so
I feel you.
They still use technology, but not like they don't like modify themselves.
Yeah, no, which makes sense. No, I feel where you're coming from. That's interesting, and we were talking about this earlier. I think the other day at work, honestly, which is if Elon could take us to Mars, which it won't be our generation, probably not even our kids' generation, but our grandkids' generation, maybe. That'd be crazy. But who's gonna take on
his work?
His work, because his work's only gonna last. He's already old.
You think his kids would? He has 7, right?
No,
he has a lot. He has a lot. Look at it.
But how many of his kids are old enough to actually take on his? Want to be like?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
who wants to be like? Oh, my dad's Elon Musk.
Especially kids that come from like their dad is the richest man, right?
Yeah.
So like with that, like, are they really gonna give a fuck about taking research seriously? Like they have no concerns in life. Like Elon was brought up with concerns in life. You know what I mean?
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5 kids.
5 kids. Okay.
One was born in 2004. 20 years old. So, what's to say that last name was Wilson? We won't say his last name. Mr. Wilson will take on his legacy. I doubt it.
No, and then I see it, but maybe we just don't have the
insight.
Yeah, we don't have the insight. Maybe one of these kids is actually like a little Harvard graduate.
Maybe you look into this 20 years in the future, you're like,
I don't know anything about his kids. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't.
But even that,
I just know the one that he named weird.
You know, the Star Wars kid or whatever with Grimes. Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. I would think that was the most recent one.
Yeah, that was his youngest one, like 18 months or something like that. He is.
But no, but. Even with that, like, if it's not the kid, there's for sure gotta be, like, some super smart motherfucker out there that's gonna continue that kind of research.
That he hires on or brings on if it's not his family, but hopefully it is someone in his family.
Hopefully he tries to seek someone before he passes, thinks that far.
Yeah.
Because he's probably too caught up thinking about everything right now that he's not trying to think about replacements of himself.
No, I feel you.
He's just talking about, like, replacement of the human beings, but not himself.
I feel you.
Because he won't outlast him trying to survive the humans or save the humans.
That's something that's crazy because
that's a crazy thing to think about, huh? Like you have a goal of like trying to save something that you won't even get to live through.
That's crazy to think about too, like you said, because at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to, like.
He's definitely not going to be able to survive to see all his own work.
He's just barely shooting off his first rockets. Like he's still trying to get I think he has got a first prototype off through the atmosphere.
No, yeah, he has already
but he hasn't got nothing to moon or to other planets.
Like that. Not landing on actual planets, I think.
That's what I'm saying. So like he's
broken atmospheres for sure.
He's already 40 years old for sure. I'll say 40. I don't know his exact age, but
in the in the minimal scale where he started SpaceX to where he's at like now, and at the age where he started SpaceX, he progressed really fast.
He has. No, I'll
and this is coming from a guy who was just a programmer. He started off from PayPal.
And he sold PayPal.
Yeah, he sold PayPal and then became fucking.
That's how you do it though.
Big ass fucking billionaire and started investing into his own companies and designs where Tesla and then SpaceX.
Exactly, and this is one thing.
And then funded Neuralink.
Motherfucker.
He just, and that's not. It's not even like this were things where I think the SpaceX he always did research. Yeah. I think he has like background history of education and that
stuff. Yeah, of course he's smart. He's a smart man.
But all the Neuralink shit, he just funds it because he likes that.
He likes that idea.
He believes in that idea.
Crazy. Which means he doesn't believe in... Which I've heard him in other podcasts believe he... I'm not going to say he doesn't believe, but he doesn't really follow the idea of that kind of... Not, I wouldn't say religion, but that type of idea of tying yourself to a source of higher being, because... I don't know.
Well, like, it's like... I'll just... back to how he said on the Joe Rogan podcast, I believe, where he was like... you won't know for certain if I think I'm not trying to quote, don't quote me because I might be saying it wrong, but
we're gonna quote your ass.
Certain, you don't know for certain if there's like a higher being out there or not until you get a chip in your brain. That's pretty much how he quoted it.
That's crazy,
dude. Though. It was because he was saying like we're incapable of like comprehending like doing those kind of calculations at our level right now.
And I'll be honest with you, shit,
Tom, bro.
I know, right? I'll be honest with you, I don't do it now. 100%, being honest, I haven't done it in probably like 3, maybe 4 years. No, not even 4 years. 6, 7 years maybe. If you want to find out what life really is about, take things like shrooms. You don't need a chip in your head. Like, I think taking I wouldn't say acid or anything like that, but like shrooms or anything like that, that'll show you more of a spiritual side of things. You don't need a chip in your head to find out what life really is kind of my mentality of it. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, the chip is a certain style of life that we're becoming to because technology is everything. But if you want to find out what life is really about, I would say take something like that's grown from Mother Earth. Like, and I'm not saying like marijuana, but I'm saying more or less like shrooms or like ayahuasca or something like that. People joke on it, but it's something real where if you take it, it'll actually show you more of a spiritual side of where everything comes from. So more or less than of like
I agree with that, but I believe like so in like cyberpunk, it's more also treated as like people, modify themselves because they need it, like.
Yeah, because it's what technology is. It's because of what society is.
And the society that it is at that point in time. Which so
makes sense.
And if you think about it in like a more like in like a deeper meaning, I guess you could think.
Yeah.
Or say those type of like psychedelic type drugs or like substances or anything that's psychedelic, more like natural based. It's just organic enhancements, just so it would be almost the same equivalence as like putting a chip into your brain.
No, I would disagree.
In an organic way, it is.
No,
it is because
well, a chip isn't organic,
though. We are not meant to experience DMT.
Yes, but
DMT
hold on.
is
a chip isn't organic though, right?
in a sense, it technically is because.
Don't say.
All right, if you want to go to the root of it, bro, everything's made out of a fucking organic material, mineral, right?
A chip is not. That's man-made.
Yeah, it's man-made. We put it into our brain, but it's to help us become better.
I get it. Yeah, if you look at it that, I guess depending.
Like what? Like
this
autism,
is the whole moral of the story. It depends on how you look
and
on
shit
it.
like that. They'll become normal again.
I
not saying they're not, but like they'll become like they won't be like They can't rely on themselves. You know what I mean?
No, but if let's say if a chip came out to where you could change people who were in that disability to become normal. Okay, that'd be different. But if you're just taking the chip just to take the chip, then no, it's not fixing anything.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you're also limited. You're limiting yourself.
What do you mean?
What if you could become
like if it's only to fix people in that disability?
What if then like athletes just start becoming like enhancing their like muscles with those neural like this is at the neural level still, not even like cyborg experimentation.
Like let's say Calvin Johnson had a chip in his brain where he never had neurologic pain.
Yeah, see, and he just keeps fucking destroying.
He'd be the best receiver of all time. But I'm saying though that'd be a different generation of its time though. Okay, so wait, I agree with you in that point, but in the sense believing that like everyone could use it just because they want to use it, no. I feel like you'd have to. It was okay, and this is how everything starts, which is funny. It has to start at a prescription level before it becomes a recreational level. And that's everything, right? You look at it.
Sure.
Everything has to become.
That's why, and I think it's because it's also gonna be like material matter, right? Because they're gonna be it's gonna be like, can we make enough of these things?
Can the planet make enough for everyone to have? Because once one person has an iPhone, everyone wants an iPhone, right?
And it's like once one person has a fucking chip that helps them fucking move better, become smarter, everyone's gonna want it.
Not only that, but let's put it to more common sense, right?
You say it in a medical sense, but how easy is it to just forge shit?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It will start in medical, is what I mean.
But people are still gonna like.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Abuse that. They're gonna be like, oh, like I know someone in the medical field. I'm just gonna get it, and I'm gonna be smart as fuck.
Well, if it depends on how much money it is. Does that doctor want to? If it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars, will that doctor?
Even then, like people are gonna pay. So someone's gonna pay.
Well, someone will pay.
Money is unlimited, bro. Like it's
not unlimited.
It's printed, bro.
It's printed, but that doesn't mean it's unlimited. Someone's going in debt, though.
But someone's gonna pay. They're gonna take that.
Yeah, you're gonna print the money, but they're
gonna take
real
that
quick. When you print
bro.
Money, that causes inflation. Just so everyone knows.
Yes, it causes debt. But that's the point. Like someone's willing to take that debt, bro. And they're gonna print that money, bro.
Yeah, okay.
For that company, and they're gonna keep making more.
And that just makes sense.
And the more they make, the more they're gonna have to like make it out for normal people for recreation.
And that just shows when you're in debt. No, and you're right. I do agree with that. It just shows though. Also, to add on top of that, when you're in debt, you're willing to put yourself in more debt. It doesn't matter.
For sure.
And that's how the U.S. That's just how our government is. When you're in debt, might as well put yourself in more debt. It's not like you're gonna get yourself out anytime soon, motherfucker. So might as well. I think that's
just
how
hand it on to the next person.
Hand it off to the next generation. They'll deal with it. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, though, I feel like at the end of the day, that's how it is. Whatever. But honestly, I think we'll end it there. Good episode for the HopStop podcast, episode 9, guys. At the end of the day,
the vasectomy was good.
The vasectomy, 6.5, guys. At the end of the day, hopefully everyone enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe like always.
Like it up.
Yep, please. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one for sure. Yeah, that was a good ass shit. Honestly, I did like this. A 6.5, but a good 6.5. Yeah. I liked it.